Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Tammy Adams. I talk with your guardian angels and spirit guides, guiding, healing, and teaching you how to have a fulfilled life and living your purpose, healing karma and bringing forth good karma. Now, on to the show. Welcome to another amazing show here on Karma Talk. Today, we're talking about something that I believe is super important. And it's something that really the world needs to allow themselves to hear because of how significant and important this is. It is about stress. Stress can be the biggest killer in our lives. It could be something that can devastate your health and create the biggest complications that one can have. And today, on our show, we're going to talk about how to let it go. How to let go of stress. How to believe and know that you can take the reins back and sit there and say, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to worry about stress or anxiety or burden or heaviness or how things are going to turn out. I'm just going to believe and I'm going to know that things are going to get better. How do you change the frequency of something that is so heavy into a positive? How do you allow yourself to awaken into a more transformed, beautiful frequency and vibration? When I think of stress, dear God, I can mention stories that make my head spin. Yes, stories that make my head spin. Life is such a gift, but we are constantly allowing ourselves to not look at the beauty or the gift. Why? Simply because we're too stressed. We're too focused on the heaviness, the darkness, the anxiety, the burden, everything else but the joy. Think about this with me for 1 second. When was the very last time that you really had joy? I was talking to my daughter the other day as she was sharing one of her absolutely horrific stories with me, which made me feel like I just wanted to pull my hair out of my head when I heard the things that she was expressing with me. I just literally wanted to cry. But I had to shut up and had to sit there. And I was like, you know what? Shut up. Listen. Be quiet. She's spilling the beans right now. Take advantage of the opportunity. Do not interrupt her. And as she's sharing this horrific story of how this guy pulled her by the hair, beat her up because she refused to be intimate with him. It was a horrible story. I don't want to share the rest with you guys. It's too graphic. And admitting to me something that I guarantee you was very shameful, very stressful for her to admit, which now she has a restraining order against him, thank God, and is taking her own life back, thank God. I mentioned to her, when was the last time you were really happy? When was the last time you remember really having joy? And she told me something that really stabbed my heart, like deep, at that moment. And she said, Mom, she said, I don't really remember being happy. Of course, this is right after she told this horrific story. I said, so you don't remember being happy when you were a child? You don't remember being happy when you were younger? And all she could think about was the negative. Well, I remember me and my sister fought a lot. I remember always being teased in school. I remember, and she's saying all these negative things. And I said, But what about when we would spend time together? Or what about when we would go to the zoo? Or what about when we would go to the ocean? Or, I was sharing beautiful memories with her. Or when we made cookies together, or when you would go to, singing classes or whatever. Just all her beautiful things that she was excelled at that made her so special. And how you're so creative, and you were amazing in art and amazing in pottery, and you were just this perfect little princess. And she said, Mom, those are not who I am today. I'm not that. I have to be real. And I'm like, but this is one of the things I taught you since you were a child to not surrender to. How can you allow yourself to surrender to things that to me are so heavy on any person? Surrendering to, I can't be happy. Surrendering to, I'm here to struggle. Surrendering to, I'm here to suffer. I don't believe in those things. And she said, well, Mom, you don't live in the real world because, all these things that she said. A few weeks later, we spoke again. And she, of course, apologized and said, thank you. You're the best mom ever. I don't know how you're not known by the world. And I just don't even know how I got so blessed. And she was just saying, thank you for everything you do. And all of a sudden, she remembers all her good memories and how perfect life is and how amazing life is. I'm looking up at the heavens and I'm just like, thank you, God. Thank you, heavenly angels. Thank you for my patience. Thank you for my tongue being silent for once, which is very hard for my tongue to be silent, because if everyone and anyone knows me, I promise you that is like almost suffocation for me, because I literally can't shut up. And she sat there and she just was hugging me and just giving me love. And I said, I will always love her, and I understand her frustration, but, remember, we're here for her. Normal, what babies are supposed to hear, even though she's in her 20s. But they're still our babies, always and forever. She literally had these tears of joy. And that's what all of us should have. And sharing that story with you, and sharing my life with you, and experiences of pain and struggles, I think is a part of being a very amazing teacher. Because no one's life is perfect. And whoever tells you my life is perfect and I have the best kids and I have the most amazing husband and I have everything great and oh my gosh, my life is so organized, I'm telling you that person is in denial, and something is going on in the scene, in the background, that we don't even want to know about, because it must not be good. No one has a perfect life. Not meaning that they're not happy, but no one has a perfect life, because there is no such thing as perfect. Without having up and downs in our lives and emotional struggles, we can't learn. So I understand stress to a point. So I'm not trying to say that, as I'm saying, and we're talking today about stress and letting it go, I'm not saying you'll never have stress. But what I'm saying is, don't own the stress. Don't carry the stress. Don't let this stress make you sick and kill you physically or emotionally or mentally, or even financially, by stopping the movement of what you're here to accomplish. Don't allow darkness in your life. Know your worth and start realizing why you no longer want to hold this stress. Make a list of the things you want to transform and change, and why you want to change. And as you're making this list and you're saying, they're saying, A, B, C. These are my 3 things. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. What do I want to change? I want to change my communication. I want to change my thought process. I want to change learning to let go of the stress. Because the moment you agree to something and write it down, it starts putting it into action. And you want to make an action today. Don't just listen to me. Do something. When I'm here speaking to each and every one of you out there and saying, hey, this is what you can do, and this is how you can help yourself, and this is what the angel said, and this is what God told me, and this is what I know, and this is what I've learned. When I'm here speaking with all of you, giving you guys this amazing, beautiful stories and information and knowledge, I'm giving this information to you so that you can grow, so that you can transform, so that you can awaken, so that you can allow yourself to be the best you. So that you can be that gift you agreed to be before you took your first beautiful, amazing breath on this planet. Before you agreed to come here, you had a mission. And I promise you that mission was not, I'm going to have stress and anxiety and I'm going to let it create medical problems in my life. And I'm going to stop my life from living and no longer live my dreams because I'm going to hold on to stress. Allow healing for yourself at this very moment. How do we get stress? Well, that's simple. We were taught that since the minute we were in grade school. We're taught immediately as soon as we're created. No, that's not right. No, you can't have that. No, you're here to sacrifice and suffer. I promise you that is a lie. Okay? The first person that allows themselves here on this show today to prove and show to yourself, not to me, that you have changed, that you have awakened, you will see the biggest miracle coming into this new year of 2024. You will see massive transformations emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially in your life. I promise you. The angels told me several times, do the show. Talk to the world. Help the world to see how that one person listening is special. Not thousands of millions. You specifically, how special you are. And you know who I'm talking to. You're the gift. You're the magic. You allow yourself to take these steps. You watch and see exactly how the angels said your life will transform and change to prosperity, success, and happiness. Because the moment you get rid of stress, all of a sudden you become creative. The moment you get rid of stress, all of a sudden your brain's working. The moment you get rid of stress, all of a sudden you really look good. You also start digesting better, and God knows how many other positives. But being selfish with yourself is something you need to process in your brain for a second. Being selfish with myself? What does that mean? What is she talking about? Is this woman crazy? Well, crazy is a very interesting word, and sometimes I am crazy. Crazy happy, crazy in love, crazy confident, crazy for God. But I am not crazy when it comes to you learning how to be selfish for yourself. Because this knowledge and this information only benefits you. So it's not going to do anything for me. What is me teaching you and giving you all this knowledge going to do for me? Nothing. It's going to help you to transform and become the best. And by being selfish may sound crazy because it's a really rare thing that people say to do in this world. But by you being selfish, guess what's going to happen? You're going to open your heart. You're going to allow time for healing. You're going to realize why you were born. And God knows the biggest one, you're going to let it all go. Absolutely. You got it. You're going to learn to let it all go and let go of stress and let go of burdens and let go of heaviness and let go of one of the biggest, hugest ones, judgment. Yep. Judgment. Let go of the judgment and the stress that keeps continuing to burden and weigh us down. You deserve everything, and your angel knows that. And so do your guides. So learning to let it go is something we got to work on right now. So how do we learn to let it go? Meditation, if I haven't mentioned that already. Meditation is a prescription that every human being on this planet needs to have. Whoever needs a prescription, email me, call me, get in touch with me. I got the prescription. Or you can go also, I think it's in the link, I'm not sure. I have a guided transcendental meditation CD that's on Spotify, YouTube, on everything. And you can get it there. But meditation is a prescription that every human being needs. And we also need to learn to stop controlling. Stop controlling the stress, stop controlling the worry, stop controlling by taking the next pill or the next drink, stop controlling by allowing ourselves to somehow, some way, self-mutilate ourselves by neglecting the most important person on the planet and ignoring the emotions that we feel. Ignoring the circumstances that are around us and putting up with that negative, abusive relationship. Putting up with our children treating us like garbage. Putting up with the expectations of what people want from work, even though we're not getting paid what we should be getting paid. What are you doing? Stop controlling yourself from your emotion. Isn't that weird how we do that? We're controlling our emotion to keep ourselves under control so we can continue allowing ourselves to accept the negative things we're going through. Most importantly, you want to believe it's going to happen. You want to believe that you can learn to let it all go. You want to believe that you're amazing, which I know you are. Totally. If you weren't amazing, then how in the world did you get here? Hello. Of course you're great. Believe it can happen. Okay? Because believing it can happen is a massive, huge thing. Think about this for 1 second with me. Let's fantasize together. Okay? Let's fantasize that your dreams came true. You are living your dream. Where are you in this dream? And who's with you in this dream? Is it that abusive, negative people that continue taking advantage of you? Is it a new person that's traveling the world with you that actually loves you and wants to sleep with you and spend time with you and hold you and kiss you? Is it someone that actually wants to talk with you? Or is it someone that doesn't share the same spiritual beliefs with you? So God forbid you guys even communicate about religion or spirituality or meditation. God forbid. Who is it that's sharing this dream with you that you wanted before you even came here on this planet? And what dreams do you want to come true? You want the ones you had when you were first born? Do you want the ones you have now? Or is it a whole new dream? And all of them are fine. I promise you. They're all perfect. I can tell you what dream you don't want. You do not want the dream that was pushed on you. You do not want the dream that you were told to have. You do not want the dream that everyone said you're supposed to do. You want the dream that feeds your soul, body, mind, spirit, whole being, whole self. And the only person receiving any satisfaction is you. That's the dream you want. Are you happy with the dream as we're fantasizing together? As we're connecting on this magical wavelength of amazing frequency of connecting us as one. Visualizing and thinking of how now can we make this dream come true? How can it become a reality? How can this dream that you believe can happen now happen? One step is know you're worthy. If you don't know you're worthy, and if you don't know you're magical, and if you don't know that you're the answer to all of everything, you won't succeed. You won't. Know you are worthy. Transformation time is now. Absolutely now. And you want to allow yourself to sit there and say, I'm not going to let myself be screwed over in this lifetime. Absolutely not. No way. I am going to let myself shine and rise above whatever negative is trying to screw with me. And I am going to let myself sing a song of praise and glory and happiness because I'm going to win. I am not giving my power any more to negativity. I am not giving my power to stress for 1 second. I refuse to let my body suffer from the frequency and vibration and energy of stress. I'm going to let it go and I'm going to let it shine. So I think of letting it shine. I'm like, I'm going to let it shine. And there's that song, right? I'm going to let my light shine. You want to let your light shine. You want to sing. You want to dance. You want to be this free bird of excitement and joy. Now, I'm not meaning singing out loud if you don't want to sing out loud, or dancing in public if you don't want to dance in public. But you want your soul and your spirit to sing and dance, knowing how awesome you are. And letting yourself know that now is time for transformation. Poof, you can make magic happen like that in a second. You can. And it will happen. How do we get stressed? Let's go over this for a second. We get stressed from letting people tell us what to do and doing what we don't want to do. We allow ourselves to do things we do not want to do all the time. We do things for others that we really don't want to do. How do we get stressed? By allowing ourselves to not speak up and say the things that we want to say and we must say to defend ourselves in negative situations. How do we get stressed? By allowing ourselves to think we are not worthy and put ourselves down. Why we hold stress is because we're too busy continuing to serve others or having negative thoughts that we can't wash away that make us lack energy or motivation. Why do we hold stress? Because we don't feel worthy and we don't feel empowered by the love or the confidence of someone else. And this is why you must be that person to live for. You must be that person to be your biggest fan. You must be your hero. And then eventually, others will join you. Allow your heart to heal and to be open. Allow your heart to realize that it no longer is going to put up with this karmic debt of your family, of yours, of your friends, of wherever you're collecting karmic energy that's also included, I meant to say. Whatever karmic debt is included, with the stress, let that also wash away. So you're visualizing the biggest soap bar in the world, or soap body wash in the world, and washing yourself from all the stress and letting it go. Opening your heart, being selfish with yourself, allowing healing for you, and realizing, why was I born? Oh yeah, I remember. I was born so I can be happy. I was born so I can love. And I was born because I'm perfect, and I'm here to share that story with maybe just a few people, millions, or maybe thousands, or just maybe a couple, 10, 20 people. Try asking for help. Practice at asking for help. I had to go through that one time, learning how to ask for water, learning how to ask for a cup of tea, cup of coffee. I always want to do everything on my own. Always. I can do it. I'm fine. I can do it. I'm fine. I can do it. Try asking for help. Learn that you're worthy and that you deserve to be happy. You deserve joy, happiness, harmony, peace, love, abundance. On every level of happiness. But something inside of you has convinced you that it's not okay. And now is time to change that. And by allowing yourself to say, stress, nah, I'm going to let it all go. And you let that go and you just no longer have that in your space, you will see a new you. Things will be transformed in your life that you didn't even know was possible. And all the doors will begin to open. Things will change drastically. So allow yourself the time, the opportunity for happiness. And don't forget to meditate. Meditation is key, like I mentioned to you guys earlier. By allowing yourself to meditate and giving yourself that time of meditation, especially now that things are starting to become busy and things are going to start becoming more hectic, oh my gosh, I have to make the perfect cookies. Oh my gosh, I have to make the perfect gingerbread house. Oh my gosh, I have to do this. As soon as the stress starts coming, you just go, wait a second, calm down. Wait a second. And realize, I'm doing this because I want to, because this is fun. Not because I have to, because it's fun. Because this is what I want. I want to enjoy life. I want to have a happy holiday. That's our mission. Find out your happy place and let it continue to sing and dance into the new year. To all of you, thank you everyone for being here and being a part of another amazing episode, learning about karma and spirituality. To all my earth angels out there, God bless. I look forward to hearing from you. Email me, karmatalkshow@gmail.com. If you have any questions, you have a show you want to talk about, and definitely share this with the world. These shows, I dedicate my time, my heart, my soul, my knowledge to each and every one of you out there so that you guys can be transformed. So share that information and be a person paying it forward. If you want to go on my Instagram, it is The Karma Talk Show, The Karma Talk Show. Until next time, God bless.